Hey guys, it's Aftab here. I've recently started making podcasts with students who secured internship and full-time opportunities after completing masters in US. So coming to today's podcast, I have a special guest, Navaneeth, who is my super senior during my undergrad. So he recently secured a full-time job as an HD in Paycom after completing his masters. So let's dive in and ask some questions about his journey. Hey Navaneeth, thanks for joining us today. Congratulations on getting a full-time opportunity at Paycom.
Thank you so much, Aftab. It's been pleasure being here.
Yeah. So before I start asking you about your journey, I do have a question that many master students have.
Mhm.
Since we are not generally supposed to work in USA during our studies, how
Mhm.
do we overcome this and find opportunities?
Um, yeah, it's actually a myth. There's nothing like you cannot work, but there is a clause in it. So you can either do a on-campus job or you can do a off-campus job, which is related to your work
Mhm.
with a permission called CPT.
Okay.
So but yeah, I have done internship during summer with CPT and
Okay.
have been working in on campus as an instructor for one of the undergrad course called EPICS in my
Mhm.
UTD. So yeah, that's my on campus job. That's how I used to work.
Okay. So, what is the process of getting the OPT, CPT?
Yeah, so CPT is a permission you take during your master's time. Like you are allowed to do 1 year of CPT. So to get the CPT, you just need an offer letter from any of the company who is
Okay.
willing to provide you the internship. So
Mhm.
once you have the offer letter, you will just reach the career service of your university.
Okay.
So and then there is some process that you have to fill a form and submit your offer letter, and they'll be asking some other details like employer number, EIN number, and all these things which your employer can be able to provide you. And once you
Mhm.
submit all of this, you will be approved for a duration, whatever is mentioned in the offer letter. But the max duration you are allowed to work in CPT is 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, if you work beyond 1 year, it will be counted as OPT.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Sounds
you
good.
basically lose the OPT time. So coming to the OPT thing. So basically, again, for applying the OPT, you just have to complete your masters, and you don't need
Mhm.
any offer letter. It's
Okay.
just an my USCIS application that you have to fill, and it will
Okay.
be asking very basic details. Once you fill it, it depends upon the premium option you took. So if you just go with the basic, and if you apply early, you might get it in a month. But
Mhm.
if you apply it late, it might take a 4 months to get your EAD card. You cannot start working until you get your EAD card.
Okay.
And if you go for premium, you'll get your EAD card in a month, no matter when you apply.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So coming to the important question which our podcast lies on,
Mhm.
how did you get into Paycom? Like, how was your interview experience?
Yeah. So I was applying to the companies once my visa got approved. So back in
Mhm.
India. So that's
Okay.
when I started applying. So I didn't wait till I come here. So the only motivation I have is I used to watch a lot of videos about the people who already came, and
Mhm.
the tips I got from all those videos is do LeetCode consistently and apply to the companies every day. So
Okay.
that's the only thing I do. And at the time I applied, like it's around 2022 June, July.
Okay.
At that time, market is really good, and
Mhm.
since I applied early, I was able to get a calls immediately once I came here. I gave, so I can say I have two offer letters, two internship offer letters. Within 15 days, I came to US.
Good. Good. Good.
Yeah.
So, did you apply it through a company platform or?
I applied in
Any-
every platform. I used to follow GitHub links. There is
Okay.
always a GitHub links we have. I used to apply link in LinkedIn. I used to apply in a handshake that our career center gives, right? So I used to apply everything. I don't want to miss any opportunity. So we actually like people of 5 or 6 people, I think. We are a people of 6. So
Good.
we maintain a sheet. So every job any one of us find, right? We keep it in the sheet so all others can apply. So
Okay.
we help each other. So and
Good.
we all
Good.
6 of us got job right now.
Good. Good. Excellent, Navneet.
Even
So
if
you
it's
up.
bad market, so My only suggestion is like help each other. Don't be like very confused. Help each other. Yeah.
Okay. So you applied Paycom through its website, official website, or any
Um,
LinkedIn or
I
GitHub link?
applied to Paycom from my university handshake. Like my it was
Okay.
posted in my university handshake.
Yeah, handshake is very underrated in universities.
Correct.
Many
But
students won't utilize it for
correct.
applying companies. Right?
Yeah.
Just
But
apply it for part-time opportunities, but
yeah.
they won't look for full-time.
Just
So
want to say this thing. Like the two offer letters I got is from the handshake. I
good,
applied
good.
both the jobs from handshake only.
Hmm.
Handshake helped me a lot, and it depends. For some
Okay.
people, handshake didn't help. For them, LinkedIn helped me. In my
Hmm.
personal case, handshake helped me. So I'll say don't neglect any platform. Just keep applying. We don't know which one will help you.
So coming to the interview process,
Mhm.
how many rounds were there?
So yeah, okay. I said right like for I gave only interviews for internship. I never
Hmm.
gave the full time interviews. So
Okay.
I have given internship for interview for internship in Paycom. Then
Hmm.
I did internship and I got a written offer. I'm just joined there. Okay.
Hmm.
So coming to the interview process. So for internship in Paycom, there is only two technical rounds. So basically, it's a lead code round that you do in front of the recruiter.
Okay.
So both the rounds are like lead code. So, but the first round is very easy. You can say like lead code easy, but the second round is little tricky. So you can expect like hard level of lead code medium or easy level of lead code hard. That's the
Okay.
like the complexity of the question, but it's purely lead code. Both the rounds.
Will it be live in front of the
Recruiter, yes.
recruiter?
So
Okay.
you'll be coding in front of the recruiter and he'll be asking you the questions. So why are you thinking hash map will help you to solve this problem?
Okay.
You have to tell him is your intuition, why do you think, why this data structure, how
Hmm.
you are managing the memory, all these things. He'll be asking you questions then and there.
So this all comes under the round one. Uh,
Round one and round two pretty much same. Only lead code.
so any MCQ questions or any?
Oh yeah. First I have a written test which is MCQ. But after written test, we have two rounds of interview, which is just a lead code, nothing else. They won't ask you anything related to the previous work and all. They only check your lead code skills.
Like what type of MCQ questions do they ask? Like will they ask like which were asked in India?
Object oriented Java, like basically questions on Java with object oriented concepts, like what is
Hmm.
inheritance. So they'll give you some diagrams, like they'll ask you to like identify the inheritance in this diagram. Like
Okay.
they'll ask you something like what's the difference between overriding and method overloading. So like a little tricky, but like very simple exam.
But I guess the main focus is on problem solving, right?
Lead code, yeah. So that's how Paycom works. And I have also given one more interview, right? So there I gave around 8 rounds of interview.
Hmm.
So everything happened on single day. Like if you just pass one in one round, you'll send to the next round. So like
Hmm.
I went. It's an in-person interview. They called me to the office. They gave me the accommodation, everything. It's the process of 2 days. Like first day they'll take like 3-4 rounds, and then they'll ask you to stay in the hotel. And next day morning they'll take again 5 more rounds, and they'll say like they have sent me the result like almost after a month, I guess. So yeah, so that's how it went. And the questions they asked is like purely based on my experience.
Oh.
So thing you have to observe here is like it always depends on which company you are applying and
Mhm.
what they are expecting. So
Mhm.
each company is different, so we cannot expect a pattern. So Paycom has extremely different pattern. They're just checking the lead code,
Okay.
and this particular company is looking for someone who has experience. So they're checking like mostly on my experience, what I have done, how much, how compatible I am with the current tech stack that company have. So
Mhm.
that's how it is. So
Okay, no, good. Sounds good. So, as you said, they focused on data structure questions. What type of data structure questions were asked in your interview, Navneet?
so yeah, basically they'll give you a problem. Okay,
Hmm.
so let's say for me they give me something like related to hash map. So I can do that problem with an array. I can do that problem with something else like it's not like I can't do that problem, but the problem is if you use the hash map, you're going to solve it in linear time. So
Mhm.
that's the thing. So they don't ask you any straightforward data structure question. Let's say I'm using array, okay, for the same problem which can be solved in the hash map. They'll be like, okay, do you think this can be solved with different data structure? Can you optimize the time on it? They'll be asking you counter questions like that. Okay, so initially I've started with an array. When they asked it, okay, then I found, okay, the pattern in my arrays looks like in a hash map. Then I have
Mhm.
optimized it to hash map and I wrote my solution. So they were happy about it.
Good,
So
good.
that's how there is no straight questions. It's purely based on what you write.
And as you said, they are just like lead code easy questions or medium questions.
The first round is lead code easy, and
Okay.
next round is like a hard level of lead code medium or like a easy level of lead code hard. So that's how you can think like.
So how
So
much is
basically,
that
second
time?
round is little
Okay.
extensive.
Mhm. What's the time gap between round one and round two?
Almost like 2 days.
2 days. Okay.
Yeah.
So each round has like two, three questions asked.
Oh no, only one question.
Only one question. Okay.
Only
Good,
one
good.
question. Yeah.
So like how long was the interview? Like how many
It's around,
questions they asked?
first round is around 30 minutes and next round is around 45 minutes.
Okay.
So
Good, good.
yeah, if you solve it early, so they'll be asking you some questions about your personal projects, academics, all these things. But they, if you just solve it, you are selected.
Good,
Like
good.
if you solve it and if you answer their questions, why, how you solved it, you are selected already. Like all the other questions are just to engage the time for next 10-15 minutes.
Good, good. No, it sounds good. So when did you receive your internship offer letter?
Um, I got it pretty quickly. Like, as I said, like, uh, within 15 days, I was able to hear from both of them. I know that I am getting an offer on the day I gave interview because the reaction will have like the way he responds will easily, like, we will be able to identify that, okay, whether we are getting or not. Yeah,
Okay.
I was able to understand I'm going to get it, but like I was like, okay, I'm going to try for more, but like, yeah, like once I get the offer, I was like, okay, I'm happy, and I like did my research about the company. I'm really happy what they're doing, how they're doing. So I was like, okay, let me stick to it.
Good. Sounds good, Navneet. So what was your role during your internship, Navneet? Can
Um,
you
just a,
inform?
just like my role is like SD intern, and
Mm-hmm.
the work I do is like, we have built an application that helps like, a Paycom to establish the secure communication between their clients and their specialists.
Okay.
So we have built a chat platform.
Any tech stack used in your during
For
your internship?
internship, we have used Node.js,
Mm-hmm.
Socket.io, React,
Okay.
and some internal Paycom libraries that helps us to easily integrate with the Paycom existing repo. So yeah.
Okay. So to work during your internship, you have to have any previous experience on those
Not me.
technologies, or just you have to learn in front of it.
Fortunately, I had an experience like I have like around 3 years of experience before that, so it made my journey easy. But
Mhm.
on the other side, I have a teammate who is just a freshman, like just completed his first year of undergrad. He was
Okay.
also able to happily do it. The thing is, the level of task he do is little small, but the next time when he go, he'll be doing the much advanced things. But uh, like I don't know about other companies, but like the internship experience in Paycom is properly designed. Like we won't be kept in any real time projects. There are like separate intern projects, which is like where their intention is to teach you. They're not going to test you. So
Good, good.
they want you to learn. So internship is for learning.
Sounds good, Nanit.
Yeah.
So, how did you secure a full-time position right after completing your internship?
So basically, everyone who actually contributes like to the projects that you are assigned will get
Hmm.
a written offer. So we
Okay.
were able to make the advisor, manager, all of them who is monitoring us happy, and they're really happy with the outcome. So
Hmm.
all my teammates got the returning offer.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
So I forgot to ask you, but how long was the internship duration, and
It's
what
around,
was the expected stipend given by Paycom?
I mean, you can check it in the website, but so Paycom has like pays you good, not like based on the market rate, and
Mhm.
And yeah, coming to the other question, what was that? Uh,
Duration of the internship.
Duration is like almost like 3 months, almost 3 months. So I
Okay.
did like from May 13th to August 8th, almost like
Mhm.
3 months. Yeah,
So,
literally more than 3 months and less than 3 months.
so you did it during your summer break?
Ah, yes, correct, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
just took one week of break
Mhm.
between what do you say, my spring semester and fall semester. I was in internship between.
Okay. Okay. Good. Sounds good, Navneet. And coming to your onboarding experience and work environment, how was your onboarding experience,
Oh
Navneet?
yeah, this is something unique about Paycom. I like it a lot. So I have worked with two other companies before I started working in Paycom. So on the other companies, like I mean, it's not the problem, but like they have a different onboarding experience. Like they'll start reaching out to you only when the date appears, like very close. Say I'm starting in my job in Feb, they'll reach out to you on like around last week of January. Okay, but Paycom's onboarding experience is not like that. So they have n number of events in between. So once I got the offer, they invited me to the tech night, they invited me to the gameplay, they invited me to the sign-in event. They keep reminding me that I have an offer with Paycom, and they
Mhm.
always like somehow call us to some event and like make us like what do you say, have the good bonding with the fellow interns before we start.
Mhm.
So I know a lot of interns before I start my job.
Okay.
That's very easy for me when I go there and start working with them.
Good. 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 So it sounds really good. So I just want to ask you an important question, Navneet.
Mhm.
So, do you have any suggestions for people who are willing to apply for SD roles during or after the masters?
Mhm. Yeah. So I will say, like, if you really want a job, like, start applying as early as you can. There is no particular day that you have to start.
Hmm.
In my case, as I said, like, I started before landing in US. So,
Hmm.
and I have my interview scheduled before landing here. So
Okay.
that's what helped me, because at that time the market is really good. And immediately, rightly after August, there's like a huge downfall in the job market.
Hmm.
I haven't received any call after that. So the only calls I have received is before August. So there is no early start date. So you can start as early as you can. And the only thing is like be consistent. Apply 10 jobs every day instead of applying 20 jobs in a week. So like
Okay.
apply 10 or like 5 jobs based on your bandwidth. Apply it daily. Have a target like monthly target and like quarterly target. How many jobs you have to apply. Maintain a sheet. Keep track of your applications and do lead code every day. So for internships, lead code matters a lot. For full time, lead code is the first round in most of the companies. Only if you pass the coding round, you'll be asked any other questions. So you have to be really good at data structures. And again, only if you're applying for SD, it changes from roles to roles. So if you
Okay.
are applying for development roles, you have to be good at lead code, and then you have to be good at your past experience or academic projects that you have done. So that should be set you for your role.
So, can you more highlight the point skills, like what all tech stacks and what all things
Uh,
which students should
no,
learn?
it actually won't make any difference, I'm telling
Hmm.
you. So
Hmm.
to get an internship a full time, you don't have to know any tech stack, but it's really good if you know something. It will be
Okay.
easy for you to go and work, but they don't actually expect anything from the tech stack or past experience from the college heights. So
Okay.
they only need your problem solving skills. So basically, be good at your academics and be good at your lead code. That will be enough. That's what I observed actually. This tech stack and all will comes when you are going to the senior roles.
Good.
So
Good.
for college hires, it won't make any difference.
Okay. Any resume highlights where American recruiters highlight on?
Yeah.
What
So
what all they majorly look upon us?
there is a resume called Fang template. If
Hmm.
you go and search in Google, there is something called Fang template. So
Okay.
I just followed that template.
Hmm.
So that helped me a lot. So it has a clearly distinguished in my academics, my experience, my other activities. So that's the template I followed. You don't have to have each and every section that is added in that. Like I just kept like my academics, my experience, and my introduction and my college details. That's it. Because I have like almost like 3 years of experience, have a lot to write about my experience.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the only template I followed. I'll suggest like use the template because it has the like high success rate.
Okay, where can we find those templates, Navneet?
You can
Like
just Google
we
it.
will give the description in the we'll give it
I
the
can send you
link
the
in the
link.
description.
Yeah, I can send you that link, but you can just simply say Fang template. You'll be able to see it, but I can send you the link.
Yeah, sure, sure. Guys, we'll be giving the description. I will give the link in the description so you can guys just go and check it out. So um, I think we covered it. I think we covered everything, Navneet.
Mhm.
That's all I want to ask.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So, any final words for viewers?
Yeah. The only thing is like I know the pain of like all international students
Mhm.
coming to some other country looking for opportunities. I know how painful it is. So, but the only suggestion I can give you is like be consistent and be hopeful.
Okay.
One day something that is waiting for you will be always waiting for you. So don't be like depressed, don't be like frustrated. Just wait for the right moment. Everything that has to happen to you will happen on right time.
One more thing, Navneet, I forgot to ask you. Uh, has you mainly focused on lead core questions?
uh,
So, what
yeah.
type of questions like we should we majorly focus on? Should we go for till hard or just go with
No,
easy and medium?
so I haven't extensively done like random lead code questions. So I followed a sheet called Strivers SDE sheet, which is
Okay.
a famous SDE sheet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I just stick to it.
So that's it.
That's it. Yeah,
Solving those basic
anything
questions.
more than that. Yeah, Strivers
Solving
SDE.
those questions are enough.
It's around 151 questions at the time I have done. Now he has added like a lot more questions, but
Hmm.
like when at the time I have done is like 151 questions. That should be more than enough.
Okay. Any resources used for
No.
any
Striver
resources?
has a video. If you get
Okay.
stuck to watch that video, nothing else is needed. But if you really want to upskill yourself, you wanna go deep dive into the data structures. There is a course called Data Structures for Beginners by Abdul
Mhm.
Bari. He's a very
Okay.
famous instructor.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this course is available in Udemy. I have done that course, but before coming to US, not after coming here. Like I was
Hmm.
preparing myself, like because I want to do lead code once I come here. So I was like preparing brushing up all my concepts. So there is a Udemy course, so I can send you that link as well. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, that's it. Like, these two are important.
So that's it, guys. We'll give all the links which were described by Navneet in the description. So thank you so much, Navneet, for sharing your experience and insights with us today. I think your journey is truly inspiring and will definitely help students who are looking to secure an internship or full-time opportunities after the masters.
Yeah,
So, for our viewers, if you find this podcast helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such content. So, if you have any questions or if you have any doubts regarding, I'll be giving Navaneeth's LinkedIn in our description. So, or else any topics you look like to cover, just you can ping me in the comment section. I'll cover it up in next episodes. So thank you, Navneet. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate that. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode.
yeah. Thank you, Aftab. Thank you all for
Thank,
watching this video.
thank you, Navneet. See you.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.